but today we're going to take you behind the door of a master community which isn't even built yet. But I thought it's just something different.
This should exceed 5-6 million in my opinion. Have you been to Dubai Islands? Have you seen it's just a construction site? Like, why would you buy something there?
Then just imagine 900 Burj Khalifas being created. That's how big Dubai Islands is. No. Oh, mate, this. Today, we're doing something a bit different. So we've taken them behind the door of penthouses, villas. We've done a small day in the life as well. But today, we're gonna take you behind the door of a master community, which isn't even built yet. But I thought it's just something different, give you guys an insight into what we sell before it's even made, how we show investors the vision, why figures matter, and just show you what Dubai is doing different and why they keep innovating and taking things to the next level. In result, that's why people keep moving here. So today we're gonna go to Dubai Islands, formerly known as Deira Islands. Let's have a look, let's go. So Dubai Islands is built by the same developer that built Palm Jumeirah, and that's building Palm Jebel Ali, Nakhil. Obviously now Dubai Holdings has taken over. That's why a lot of investors believe in it. And most of the projects are sold out. All of the projects by Nakhil are sold out. There's one that's launching in 3 to 6 weeks, which is the last phase of villas on Island E. But again, from EOIs that we have and that Nakhil have, I'm sure within one day they'll be gone.
And just for those that don't know what an EOI is?
Expression of interest. So that's something that you have to give to your agent or give to the developer. It's basically expressing your interest to the developer to say that, hey, I would like to buy a unit. It's not confirmed. Most of the time you have to put down 50K, sometimes 100K in order to even show them that you're serious. In most cases, people get their EOIs back, get the money back because they wasn't allocated a spot. And that actually goes into talking about why would you use an agent instead of going directly to the developer. Of course, you can go directly to the developer, that's fine, but the sales agent that's going to be representing you on that day from the developer side has obviously the developer at heart. In terms of the units they're going to allocate you, it's just that random. They're just trying to sell you a property in the project. They're not looking at the location of the property, the floor, the view. Is it a corner plot? What's it backing onto? They're not going to look into the stats. It's not their job to. Their job is just to sell a unit. When it comes to an agent working for you, you're not paying us a commission. We're taking a fee from their side. But with this fee, we have your best interests at heart. We are going to do the research. I've had clients that have come to me before and said, Stefan, this project's amazing. And I've told them, we're not going forward with this. It's not going to work. And that's why you're using us, because we're not always going to tell you what you want to hear. We're going to tell you what you need to hear. Plus, when it comes to projects where I do give the green light on and I say, yeah, this will work for your portfolio, we will have connections with the developers that you as a first-time buyer wouldn't have. And in return, we'll be able to get units and allocations that you wouldn't be able to get by yourself. Right now, we're on the way to Dubai Islands. And for you guys that have driven here before, you will notice that the roads have been expanded, the roads are new. There's a lot of infrastructure that's been in play by the RTA here in order to get it to what it needs to be to handle the traffic that will be going to Dubai Islands. For example, one of the bridges here accommodates for 24,000 cars per hour. That's both directions. One of the other bridges accommodates for 16,000 cars on and off the island per hour, which is a lot of traffic. And that's what they're expecting. It's going to be a hub for tourism. There's around 80 hotels coming to the island. It's going to be mega. It's not just something that they've thought about overnight and we need to sell because the Dubai market is booming. It's a whole master community, hospitals, schools, shopping centers, the list goes on and on and on. This is one of the new bridges that's the RTA has kindly completed for us in order to make living in the Dubai Islands a more seamless experience. It's called the Infinity Bridge. This bridge is actually 300 meters long and cost just over 780 million dirhams to make, and it allows for 24,000 cars on and off this section here.
Now we're at a development that I was pushing heavily. I would probably say 6 to 8 months ago. It's by Atmosphere Living. The first time actually coming to Dubai to create a project. Arca Living, at the time they were selling for 2.3 million for a 2-bedroom, which is, at the time it was 2,000 dirhams per square foot. Now for branded residences on a waterfront community, for the size of the apartments and the views that the apartment will have, it was a no-brainer for investors. And it just goes to show that Dubai also allows opportunities for first-time developers to come to Dubai and to create their dreams. So when it came to my investors, why they was interested in this project was the price point. If you look at any building, for example, let's take the 8 on the Palm at the moment. You have 2 bedrooms in the 8s that are selling for a surplus of 6 million. Similar product to what Arca is offering its clients here, but Arca is built in 2025, well, developed in 2025 to be built in 2027. So it has a modern Dubai in mind, it has the modern client in mind, the amenities and everything else will be also up to today's standards, but for the price point of 2.3 million, which means in 2 years' time when this hands over and the master community is done, let's say by 2030, this should exceed 5-6 million in my opinion. One rebuttal that we had when we was speaking to investors was, well, the air path is here, and what about the noise pollution? The Dubai airport is actually moving towards Jebel Ali, so yes, in the short term that might seem like an issue for some investors, but in the long term I don't think it has an effect because the airport will be moving. A lot of people say, I wish I could go back to 2004, 2005 and get a unit on the Palm. If I just bought it back then, I would be rich now. Guys, sometimes you do get a second chance in life, and Dubai is still at we were just talking, wasn't we, Brandon? Dubai is at a very early stage, and I think there's a lot of room for growth, and this is another waterfront community that you have access to purchase now. Yes, the prices might be higher compared to some other projects at the moment on the market, but in 5 to 10 years, you're going to look back and wish that, I wish I could go back and buy Dubai Islands at the first price, but you only get 1 or 2 chances in life, guys. After this, I don't really see them carrying on building large waterfront communities at scale because the coastline is getting quite packed, to be honest. But yeah, let's go to another development which I sold heavily, which was Bay Grove. Let's have a look and see how the construction is getting on. So right now we've come to, as close as possible, my favorite development on probably the whole island. Obviously now it's sold out, but at that moment of time, Bay Grove was just behind us. As you see, the cranes are up. This was a development that I was selling. This just goes to show, like, if you have a product which Dubai gives us and you have the vision as an investor, you can make it happen. Because the guys that got allocations here at the moment of time where maybe some of their friends were saying, have you been to Dubai Islands? Have you seen it's just a construction site? Like, why would you buy something there? It's, you know, on the other side of town, all the luxury sides are on Palm Jumeirah and Jumeirah, etc., Blue Waters. Why would you buy something there? Guys, Dubai is still at its early stages. We have the 2030 plans by the government. We have the 2040 plans by the government. This is going to work. As you can see behind me, the construction is happening. These projects are selling out, and it will be a fully functioning master community. And when you come in 5, 6, 7 years from now and you see everything complete, and then you see the prices there, for example, here for this particular gentleman that I'm talking about, the one EOI that the client did manage to secure was for 1 bed that was around 860 square foot, and the purchase price was just over 2 million. Now, on a development like this, once everything is finished, so again, keeping the long-term strategy in mind, if we look at the Palm Jumeirah, for example, now, 1 beds of similar size, quality, and built by the same developer are selling for 4-5 million plus. He managed to purchase it for 2 million. So I think he's going to be a happy camper once this is handed over and once we put it onto the market. So at the sales center, so now we're bringing you behind the door so you can see, because some of you might have not been here before or been to a sales center before. Here is where we show clients what the project will look like. We bring the vision to life for them. We run through the figures, run through the amenities, run through the location, and then if they're interested, run through the availability. Sometimes these projects will sell out on launch. Sometimes after launch, there'll still be some availability left. In this case, the first 3 towers that they've sold have sold out from what I've heard, but they have new 3 towers which will be launching. So I'll take you around to some others as well. Again, you can see from here, the models will give you an insight on what it will look like. You can go floor for floor, see what the layouts will look like, see what the amenities will look like. You can see the beach, and these models are per scale, so it will give you a really good indication of how everything will be finished. Kids play areas there, really nice grand entrance. As you can see from the back as well, people calling on Zoom. Guys, Dubai is the place to be. Right, Dubai has built some of the most ambitious waterfront communities and master communities that the world has seen. But today we're here to talk about something different. Dubai Islands, probably one of my favorite waterfront communities at the moment, and a great opportunity for investors to enter at a low price per square foot if they can see the vision that we can all see. So, a little bit about Dubai Islands. 5 islands consisting of different lifestyles on each island. We have 80 hotels, 2 golf courses, an 18-hole golf course and a 9-hole golf course consisting of malls, schools, hospitals, and a mixture of residential and leisure properties as well. So what is Dubai Islands? What does it bring to the city? What does it take to build something like this? And why does it matter for investors? Now let's take a look. So Dubai Islands, formerly known as Deira Islands, it's been rebranded and re-imaged into Dubai Islands to serve a greater purpose, to cater for the new population growth that's coming into Dubai, to expand Dubai's coastline by 20 kilometers, to bring more high-level resorts and infrastructure and amenities to Dubai and its population, and also to just break another record. So we have Palm Jumeirah, which is obviously shaped like a palm. Dubai Islands has been shaped and designed to allow for more usable beaches, more hotels, easier access, and also for an easier and seamless lifestyle, integrating some of the main features what the city offers in various parts of the city in one. So the golf courses, the shopping centers, the yachts, the harbors, everything has been combined into one condensed area. So let's talk about scale and engineering. What does it take to construct something like this? Well, firstly, 300 million cubic meters of sand, which equates to a meter of sand covering 42,000 football pitches. And if that isn't enough to envision, then just imagine 900 Burj Khalifas being created. That's how big Dubai Islands is. A project like this isn't just built for the short term. The amount of infrastructure in play here on the island and around the island really shows that the Dubai government is thinking about 20, 30, 40 years from now and making sure that this project is something that stands the test of time, allowing for harbour of yachts and cruise ships to come in as well. It's just another waterfront community which adds value to the city. So Dubai Islands consist of 5 different islands. We have the first island, which is majority shared by a large amount of developers, all constructing their individual projects there. We have shopping centres, schools, hospitals. A lot of amenities are going into the first island. The second island is a little bit more prestigious and a little bit more focused on resorts. We have such developers as Beyond, Mahil, Ellington, all going there and putting in their staple projects onto Island B. We have Island E, which is seen as the elite island. We have ultra luxury living there, mainly constructed of mega villas, and this is something that's been put in play for people with deep pockets in Dubai. We have the other 2 islands which cater more for resorts and for the golf courses and for the marina and the cruise ships. Long-term waterfront play backed by a proven developer is only a recipe for success, in my opinion. And early stage pricing before full maturity will reward investors for those who dare. So to wrap up today, we've showed you what a project looks like at the start in early stages. We showed you construction, we showed you behind the scenes, we're taking you to a sales center. The whole point of today's vlog was to go behind the door of a master community, to bring you guys through and let you know what we do in order to sell a project to an investor, but also what an investor sees. And maybe you respect some of the people that believe in projects early on, because it takes a lot of courage, especially with hard-earned cash, to put money down on something that still hasn't even come to fruition, and most of the time something that hasn't even started construction. So my advice would be to get in touch if you want to find out what, in my opinion, are the latest hottest projects. I'll be more happy to share them with you. On to the next one.